Now, make some noise for your amazing host.
Hey friends, thanks for tuning back into another extreme episode of The Real Deal. We are almost halfway through the season and we've seen whipped cream faces, dinosaur feet, insane mystery prizes, and so much more on this game show that ultimately features you. Today you will meet Ace and Steve, our dad and son dynamic duo, teaming up to compete in the laundry lineup and more as we hear the story of King Solomon's Wishdom found in 1 Kings. Grab your Real Deal guides and get in the game because there's nothing left to say except Ace and Steve. On your mark, get set, go!
Our contestants are playing the real reveal called Dirty Laundry, where they are hiking all the smelly socks into their partner's laundry basket. If they can do it before time is up, they'll get the card that reveals today's Bible story and a custom Real Deal water bottle. Congratulations to our contestants. Now make some noise for your host, Mr. and Mrs. Coyote.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to The Real Deal, a game show that is all about you.
That's right, we are here with a live studio audience and we are ready to play some games. And you get to be part of the game too.
Now, during the game, you'll discover that the real you is found in the one real God, and that is the real deal.
Today, we'll be talking about how God is wise, and that means you can reflect God's wisdom.
So, let's get ready to play The Real Deal.
Yeah, baby! So good.
That was awesome, friends. Okay, so we were looking for 10 socks to win that real reveal. Can you count them out for me? How did we do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What? An extra 2, you guys? That is your first reward. You can take those 2 extra socks home. That was so awesome, friends. Let's meet today's contestants. I'm very excited about this because I know Steve and Ace. And Ace, I don't know if you know this, but your dad and I, we used to serve on a wrestling team together. What was the name of our wrestling team?
Slippery Salamander.
That was the Slippery, man. We were so good.
So
We did
good.
the suplexes and the smackdown. It was so good. So will you guys go ahead and let me know what game we are playing today? Ace, open that up. Show the audience what game we're playing.
King Solomon's Wishdom.
King Solomon's Wishdom. That's right. It comes from 1 Kings chapter 3. Now, Steve and Ace, it says here that you're good at going cross-eyed. Can we get like maybe a close-up of Ace over here and we'll see, where'd you learn to do that?
My mother.
Your mother? She does it all the time. I love that. Okay, it also says that you guys like to mountain bike.
We just go up the trails, and then once we're done, there's usually another trail that we go down.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
much fun, so
Okay,
much fun.
Steve, moving on to you. This is pretty exciting. I think you guys are gonna like this. It says that you love to skydive.
I
Now,
love it.
How many times have you been skydiving?
Oh, hundreds of times. Hundreds of times.
Really?
Yes.
What are some of the other things you like to
Oh,
do?
I love to skateboard, mountain bike, BMX bike.
So good. Friends, we're gonna jump into our story, but before we do, I wanna tell you guys what your goal is today, okay? You just won the real reveal, so we're gonna be playing a bunch of games, and your goal is to win as many games as you can, because the final game is called The Real Deal. Now, for each game that you win, you're gonna add 5 seconds to the clock for that final Real Deal game. Now, the deal is, if they can win the final Real Deal game, they'll get our grand prize, so let's check it out.
Hey guys, this is Anna.
And this is Jack, and we are from the Fresno campus, and we are your Real Deal sponsors today. Let's check out what you can win.
Should you win today's grand prize, you'll receive a custom Real Deal swag bag filled with buttons, stickers, a water bottle, as well as top-of-the-line bonus prizes, customized with some of your favorite things. That's not all. Ace and Steve, grab your helmets because we want to send you to Lake Arrowhead's Sky Park, featuring outdoor adventure attractions and more. We're changing gears and getting back in the game.
Yes, that is so awesome. So let's get started. Today's story is King Solomon's Wishdom, and it's all about a king named Solomon who's asking for wisdom. That was the answer. That wasn't a game. Don't worry. So Steve and Ace, when you guys hear this sound, it's time for you guys to play one of our 4 real games and to answer a question about our story. The cool thing is our audience will be guessing that same answer on your Real Deal guides, and you guys will get your own points for that. Steve and Ace, are you ready?
Yes.
Let me
let's
see
do
your
it.
game face. Let's get a shot right here. This story is about King Solomon. King Solomon, he was the son of King David. Now Solomon, he loved and he worshiped God by obeying him. Now one night, Solomon was going to sleep, and God came to Solomon in a dream, and he told him, that is the sound of our first 4 real question, and the question is, God told King Solomon he could ask for anything he what? Contestants, talk amongst yourselves, figure out what you think the answer is, and now friends in the audience, it's time for you guys to lock in your answer as well on your Real Deal guide as we hear about what game we'll be playing.
This game is called Unrolled. For this game, our contestants will unroll the rolls of toilet paper until they find the answers hidden within. Then they'll grab the correct answer and head back to the buzzer before time is up.
All right, friends, it is time for our first 4 real game. Okay, I think you guys are gonna do a great job, and let's see how you do in 3, 2, 1, go, go, go! And they're off. They've chosen the toilet paper rolls. Steve is going for the single tactic. Ace is going for the single one, which means they're gonna have to, it looks like Steve's is double backing on itself. Keep going, guys. I know you feel it in your arms. Keep going. Oh, they are definitely, they're about to. Oh, I see one answer that popped out. Let's see if it's a one.
10,
We've got 10
9,
seconds left.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at that. Go ahead, take your spot again. You guys grabbed 3 of them. Which ones did you guys grab? We got could carry, afford, and
Wanted.
Okay,
Final answer.
We're going for wanted, and the correct answer is yes, that is correct.
Yes.
So good. Okay, that means you guys just added 5 seconds to your final score so far. God told King Solomon he could ask for anything he wanted. That's pretty awesome, right? Solomon was humble, and he thanked God for what he'd already given him. Thank you, Lord, for everything you've already given to me. And he saw how kind God had been to his father David and to him as well. Then Solomon asked God to give him wisdom. Oh, that is the sound of our next 4 real question. Steve and Ace, why did Solomon ask God for wisdom? Contestants, it's time for you guys to choose an answer. Audience, I want you guys to circle or cross out what you think the answer is as we hear about our next game.
This game is called Go Fish. For this game, our contestants will flip over the plates and then use a straw to suction up the goldfish crackers and place them onto a plate with the correct answer. If they can get enough goldfish on their plate and make it to the buzzer in time, you got it, they'll win.
All right, Pepperidge Farmers, we're looking for the answer. Why did Solomon ask God for wisdom? In 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off. They're looking for the answer. And
These Israelites, what? This one.
they chose the answer and they're off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. That was 10, 11, 12. And they're back. Yes, so good. You left your son in the dust with the plate, man.
Winning is everything.
Okay, go take your spot. Go take your spot. I know that you guys, let me see that plate. I counted like 12 at least. So you guys chose so he could lead the Israelites well, and that is correct. King Solomon asked God for wisdom so he could lead the Israelites well. And God was very pleased that Solomon asked for wisdom over anything else. Solomon could have asked for anything, right? He could have asked for gold or fame or power, but instead he wanted to please God. So God told Solomon he would give him more wisdom than anyone else on earth who ever lived or ever would live. Then God promised to make Solomon the best king of all time and give him riches, honor, and a long life too. Which brings us to our next question, which is, all Solomon had to do for God to give him this blessing was what? Audience, I want you guys to circle, cross out whatever you need to do on your Real Deal guides as we hear about our next game.
This game is called Tower Topple. For this game, our contestants will flip over the cards to find the answers and then make a tower out of cups on top of the correct one. But don't let it topple or they'll have to start over. If they can complete their tower in time, they'll run back to the buzzer.
So Ace, you have chosen to stack the tower, right?
Yes.
All right, then you got this in 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off. They're looking for the right answer. When they find it, okay. And he's stacking, he's stacking. We need it all the way to the top. Oh, he's going fast. That's good, Ace.
Rearrange the bottom.
We got 15 seconds, friends.
Come on. Got it. Go.
You got this. 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Gotta hit the buzzer.
Oh, you gotta get this. Come on.
Gotta hit the buzzer.
5,
3, 2, 1.
With a blaze of glory. That is okay, friends. Come on back over here. Now, we were looking for all Solomon had to do for God to give him this blessing was what? What did you guys choose?
It was obey God.
Let's see. That is correct. It was obey God. We can't give you that time, but there still is one more game to play. All Solomon had to do was obey God. Now, can you imagine God telling you that you can ask him for whatever you want? Anything. Now, speaking of, do you know where wisdom comes from? It actually comes from God. He is omniscient, which is a big word for all-knowing. God is the source of all knowledge and truth because he's the one who created everything in the universe. God knows it all. And that brings us to our fourth and ultimate for real question. That just like King Solomon in the story, God is what? Audience, lock in your final answers as we hear about our final for real game.
This game is called Toss Your Lunch. For this game, Steve and Ace will pick a bowl. The correct answer is hidden underneath. That's right, we've already given them the correct answer. The catch is there are mystery bonuses underneath each bowl as well. If they can toss the lunch items into their partner's bowl and get back to the buzzer in time, they'll be able to reveal the answer as well as earn the mystery bonus underneath.
All right, Oscar Meyer winners, let's see if we can do this in 3, 2, 1, go! And Steve is off. Oh, he lost like 20 of those ones. Oh, he found the right one that he's going with. And yes, that's 1. And 2, we're looking for 8. And 3, we got 15 seconds left. 4, 5, don't lose them all. 6,
10,
7,
8,
we're still at 6,
7,
7, and 8.
6,
Come back, hurry,
5,
hurry. Hit that, and time. That was fantastic. Good job, my dude. I saw you grabbed the cheese puffs, but you chose not to go for that one. You guys chose number 2, and it says that God is wise. That is correct. The one thing for today is that just like Solomon was wise, God is wise. Now, Ace, will you show us what bonus you guys received? 10 extra. That's like, I think the most you can get. And there actually is another card in there. Steve, why don't you read that for us?
Mr. Coyote has to blend his lunch and drink it.
And it looks like today we're going with the classic turkey sandwich. We got some cuties, our bubbly beverage as we toss in our sandwich. Oh no. And we've got oranges, cheese puffs. Oh, this is terrible. Pickles. How do you guys feel about all those that I've touched? And we've got our bubbly beverage. Ooh, you can hear it sizzle. Maybe sizzle isn't the right word. We're gonna do a little bit of hot sauce. Good thing. You know what? It's gonna be extra spicy because it expired a week ago.
Oh, okay.
And
You wanna go first?
I hope that I have this on completely. You always know a smoothie is good. Oh, I can smell it.
Just like Grandma used to make.
Yeah, oh. Ace, here, you don't even need the cup. You can just finish us off.
Oh,
All right, guys,
no.
let's try it. In 3, 2, 1, cheers. Ooh, it's fruity.
Did you put corn in there?
Did I?
Hot sauce really gets you.
Yeah, I feel like I got a little bit of the gristle in my teeth. Got a little bit of that lettuce. I don't know where that sandwich came from, that was your mystery bonus. You got an extra 10 seconds, which puts you guys at 25 seconds so far. We've got the real-time challenge coming up right now. And friends, don't forget that the one thing to remember is that God is wise.
Coming up next, can our contestants sling shot or will they sling not? We'll find out if they succeed in a minute. But first, stand up on your feet because it's time to worship.
Dear enemy, you were just a part of the plan for the hope and the future I now have. Dear enemy, my God is the master creator. Everything is better in his hands. You meant to hurt me, but God turned your evil into good. Sticks and stones. He's cooking me a feast with your fire. Yeah, he's using you to help me grow. He's pointing me to life with your arrows. He's building a throne with your sticks and stones. He's cooking me a feast with your fire. Yeah, he's using you to help me grow.
be real, you gotta admit your mistakes. I made mistakes. If you wanna be real, you might want some friends, they can show you grace. We love you, bro. Faking it can get you places sometimes, but you lose yourself on the way. If you really wanna live a good life, be humble, be honest with God, and He'll show you the way. Don't be afraid of what you might feel. He's here for you. You just gotta be real. He knows who you are and knows how you feel. He's here for you. You just gotta be real. Don't be afraid of what you might feel. You just gotta be real. He knows who you are and knows how you feel. You just gotta be real. Don't be afraid of what you might feel. He's here for you. You just gotta be real. He knows who you are and knows how you feel. He's here for you. You just gotta be real.
We're back on The Real Deal. Now let's welcome for our real-time challenge, Mrs. Coyote.
Woo! Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Real Deal. Steve, Ace, you guys are doing awesome today. You feeling ready for this next round?
Feeling ready.
Awesome. I did see that you guys saved some time earlier by blending your lunch, so I hope your stomachs are ready for what's about to happen. So far, you have made it through the real reveal and all 4 of our 4 real questions, and up next, we are headed into the real-time challenge.
This challenge is called Pyramid Ping Pong. Our contestants will slingshot a ping pong ball towards our pyramid of cups. Their goal is to knock down all the cups with Robot Jeff stickers on them. They'll get 1 extra second added to the Real Deal time for every Robot Jeff cup they knock over in 30 seconds. But watch out for the angry Robot Jeff cup. If he gets knocked down, 5 seconds will be subtracted from your time.
All right, you guys, look ready. You guys are in position, so I'm gonna count you down in 3, 2, 1, and go. You guys got it. You can come back this way. All right, you guys, great job. That was super fast. How'd you guys feel?
Good.
Well, it looks like you guys knocked over a total of 10 Robot Jeff cups and the Real Deal cup, which brings you to a total of 13 seconds for this round. Add that up to the score you guys already have, which means you guys are taking a full 38 seconds into your final Real Deal round. Great job. You guys did awesome. You guys can go ahead and take a break as you guys prepare for the Real You booth, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. This game makes me think about the difference between being smart and being wise. Wisdom is knowing the difference between right and wrong and then doing it. And did you know that we can be wise like God? God gives us wisdom in His Word, which is the Bible. And He also gives us wisdom through the Holy Spirit, guiding us to do what is right. And people want to know what is right and wrong, or true and not true, because we were made to be wise. When we do things like read our Bible, learn about and listen to God, do the right thing even when it's hard, and obey God's commands, we are reflecting God. And that's one way we can be who God made us to be, because we are showing others what God is like. And that's how we can reflect God's wisdom.
Friends, we're gonna be back with our final Real Deal game in just a second. But right now, we're in the Real You booth where we're gonna chat with Steve and Ace about wisdom. We've been talking about wisdom all morning. And Steve, do you have a story that you can share about reflecting God's wisdom?
So when I decided to change units from the military, I moved and we bought a new house in a wonderful neighborhood. And I met my next door neighbor. And we had so much in common. We went camping, hunting, fishing, mountain biking. We did everything all the time. But one thing that we never talked about was God. We never talked about church or anything like that. But I felt just that God was talking to me like, hey, you're doing all these cool things together. Think about all the fun you could also have at church. So one day I brought it up. And I invited him to come to church with me and my family. And he was thrilled about it. He said, of course we'll come. And we started going to church together, and now we're hanging out all the time. And it just turned into this big family relationship, and it was awesome. But one day, he pulled me to the side, and at one time in his life, he was struggling with finding a church.
Okay.
And he was talking to people at work about church, and he just couldn't find the right match. But then, right when he was at like the peak of trying to find a church is when I asked him. And so if I never would have asked him, he might have just been stuck in that, always looking for a church to go to, but never actually going. So yes, at sometimes I feel like embarrassed or scared to talk to my friends about church because some people don't understand it.
Yeah.
And so, but I just felt a calling, and I'm glad that God gave me the wisdom to, listen to that and present it in such a way that was so opening, and that he accepted my offer, and now we're just best friends. We do everything together.
I love that. Friends, I hope that you heard Steve's heart there. And I know that there are people in your life who could use God's wisdom too, right? Maybe you're a little bit nervous to share that you go to church, or you don't know how people are gonna react. Maybe you go to a public school, or you have some cousins, or even maybe a grown-up that you wanna share Jesus with. God can give you the wisdom. Just like Solomon asked God for wisdom, you can ask for understanding, and you can reflect God's wisdom too.
We're back on The Real Deal. Let's look at some highlights so far.
Yes, that was so good, guys. Man, you have been doing so good today, and I cannot wait to see what's happening right here. It is time for The Real Deal.
Here's the deal. The game is called Whipped Cream Scheme. Steve and Ace will be digging through our tray of whipped cream to find one mini candy hidden within. And of course, they can only use their mouse. They have the combined time they've earned from the previous round to do it in. And if they can find the candy in time, they'll win the grand prize of a custom Real Deal swag bag.
All right, Steve and Ace, you guys have a total of 38 seconds that you have won from today's previous rounds. So your goal right now is to find those two candies hidden inside that whipped cream. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, game faces are on. Here we go. On your marks, get set, go.
And they're off. Yes, this is my favorite so far.
Take a breath, take a breath. Come up for air. You guys have got
There's
this.
only two in there. You can do it.
You guys have plenty of time, plenty of time. You guys are doing great.
He can't even see. Come on, we gotta find one in there. Oh no, he lost his goggles.
You guys have two candies. That's all you need. Just two candies. You guys have got this.
He got one.
Okay.
Steve got one.
Okay, we got one.
We need one more. We need one more.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In time. Okay, friends. You guys did it. Here, come over back over here. Here, I will guide you. Yes. I'm glad you guys have your parachutes. It's good that you brought your parachute for this.
Yeah.
And you guys, you won the game, which means that you guys get our grand prize, which is... Yes, here is your grand prize. I'll hold that for you. We don't want it to be sticky and messy. So good. That was awesome.
Congratulations, you guys did so great. You guys completed the real reveal. You guys won 3 of the 4 real rounds, and you guys quickly completed the real time challenge and gathered up tons of time for today's real deal. Ace, if you can, through that whipped cream, can you tell us what you learned today?
Today, I learned that God is wise, and we can reflect on God's wisdom.
Yes, that is so good.
Good job.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for being our contestants, audience. I hope that you guys did a great job out there. Keep it real with The Real Deal.
Thanks for watching The Real Deal. Our verse for today comes from James 1:5. But if any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. God is generous. He enjoys giving to all people. So God will give you wisdom if we just ask. And don't forget, the one thing for today is God is wise. Huge shout out to our awesome sponsors for today's prizes. We'll see you next week for another episode of
The Real
Deal.
is a wrap on today's episode of The Real Deal. But that doesn't mean the fun ends here. Download your Real Deal guide to keep discovering more about how to reflect God and live out the vision of being real throughout the week. Tag us in your photos or videos on Instagram at SandalsKids so we can feature you and your family playing more Real Deal original games, and be sure to keep scoring that Real Deal guide. Parents, you can download the Parent Get Real guide so you can have real conversations and go deeper in the message from this weekend. That's it for today, and we'll see you next time on The Real Deal.